Hi guys, welcome back to Go Off Sis. This is Lexi.
I'm Cassidy.
And I'm Danielle.
And today we're just chatting, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, no plans today.
When do we ever not just chat?
I like whenever we like come into Cassidy's house, we all don't really talk a ton because we save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod.
Yeah.
Right.
Because otherwise we be chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally save it for the pod. That's
your life motto.
I'll withhold texting things because I'm like, I want to tell you guys on the pod.
Yeah.
Like today I asked Lexi, I was like, how's Toronto? Cassidy goes, save it for the pod.
Yeah. Okay. So we can just get right into it. Lexi went to Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was good. I mean, the drive there was really annoying. It was really, really far. Like it says 5.5 hours and it's lying to you. Oh. It's literally 8 hours.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What is it like LA? Why is the traffic so bad?
I don't know. Like there's like
Canadian traffic.
There's like a lot of construction, but it's like just, it's so bad. Like genuinely we went in 2 hours. We drove 26 miles. Like that's how bad the traffic was. So like luckily we like walked around. Like we didn't take the car once we got there.
Oh.
And it was like nice like to walk. It was like 20 minutes everywhere or something. So it wasn't bad. And it's like really pretty. If you've been to Toronto, like it's a nice city.
Where'd you stay?
Like, I don't know. Actually, we stayed at the Chelsea Hotel. The only reason I know that is because we were listening to Taylor Swift. And I'm pretty sure it's the Tortured Poets Department, that song. And she like says like, I'm at the Chelsea Hotel. And we were like,
is it that hotel?
There's one in New York too, right? The Chelsea Hotel.
It's not super nice though, so I don't know if
then Taylor was not staying there.
Well, it's not like bad. It might just be a common hotel and like that's where I don't know. But either way, we were like, oh my gosh, we're staying in Taylor's hotel.
And it's like trash.
I know. So we did that. We went for like my friend's birthday. So we like went to dinner and then like one night we like went to this club. Because, like, you can, like, go out at 19 in Toronto. But, like, it was just, like, an interesting experience. Like, I literally felt like I was getting pimped out. Like, genuinely, it's 4 of us girls. And we, like, joined this line to get into the club. Like, it's a long line. We're in the very back. Like, we just joined. Like, I genuinely mean, like, 20 seconds ago. And the bouncer comes up to us and he's like, just you 4? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, okay, you guys can go in. And he, like, checks our IDs and just, like, lets us cut the whole line.
I'm sorry.
And like, there's
was the line just ugly people?
Yeah, I mean, and there was men, and so they're like, yeah, you guys can just go in, you're good.
Oh, and like there were guys in the line.
There were guys in the line and girls, but like they just like chose random like groups of girls that they wanted in. And like in the club, there were like booths that like people with money had, where it's like they have like all their alcohol and stuff,
like bottle
and,
service.
Yeah, I guess bottle service. I don't know. But, like, it was just, like, weird. Like, the guys would literally, like, if they saw you and they, like, wanted you to go in their booth, they'd, like, point at you and be like, come here. And, like, then just be like, oh, you can have, like, all our alcohol. Like, everything, like, you guys can use.
Yeah, and it's all drugged.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Dude.
I didn't do that because I'm not an idiot.
Right.
And, like,
and plus it's a Canadian. Like, what are they really going to give you?
What are Canadian drugs?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What Danielle literally was.
I'm pretty sure
I'm saying, like, plus
drugs.
it's a Canadian. Like, who'd want to, like, be with a Canadian? As a joke. I was joking.
Right.
Justin Bieber or Drake.
Right. Shawn Mendes.
Exactly.
Oh, I forgot about Shawn Mendes.
Chill on the Canadian hate.
Yeah. I was literally joking. But then Danielle was still thinking about drugs.
Michael Bublé, really?
He's Canadian, yeah.
But yeah, so then we just like, the club was fun. I mean, they had like dancers, like girl dancers, which was interesting. Like I wasn't expecting that, but they were eating. They had to have been on drugs, though, low key. I was like, no way you can stand up. Anyways, but it was chill. Yeah, I just don't.
Sounds like a fantastic trip.
I mean, it was just like interesting. Like that was really it. And then we like, yeah, that was it. And then the next night, like we didn't go out. We just like went to like dinner and went to like bowling and like took pictures and like brunch. Like literally that was it.
We
went shopping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We went to like all the stores, but I didn't buy anything. But that
you
was
didn't buy that shirt?
No.
Oh. I thought it was new.
Did they have different stores?
I don't know for real. We went to the stores we wanted. So we went to like Aritzia, Brandy Melville, Zara.
Brandy Melville and Canada.
Actually, we didn't go to the Brandy Melville store because the line was so long. No other stores had lines except Brandy Melville. We were like, what on earth is happening?
That's weird.
Okay, so the thing with Brandy, like, the one size fits all thing, like, okay, yes, it's annoying, but like most of the stuff fits me. I know for a fact and so I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. The pants though, I know for a fact that those pants do not fit me and that I would need like a medium. And that makes me mad. I'm like, I cannot wear your pants. Something needs to change.
But the shirts fit you, so you're chilling.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, how do you one size fits all bottoms? Like, that's the one thing that's like everyone has different sizes.
Yeah.
Except Sister of the Traveling Pants.
Okay, that's a movie, Danielle. It's fiction.
Right.
That's literally fake.
Right. But I'm just saying. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Okay, anyway, back to Toronto.
Anything
else?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel like that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Nothing like too crazy, you know?
I've actually never been to Toronto.
Really?
I've only ever been to Stratford, which is like for a school field trip. That's where Justin Bieber's from.
Oh.
Like that small little town where he sat on the steps and like got discovered.
Of course he went to
on
that
YouTube.
Town.
Well, but I went for a field trip.
Yeah,
and
it's
was
like
a Justin Bieber based field
we
trip?
went and saw Oliver Twist. No, it was not that would be incredible. A Justin Bieber based field trip.
Yeah, like what?
It was like the year that he started getting really popular. It was in middle school, and like we were going to the theater where he performed on the steps. And I was like, nobody understands how big of a deal this is.
Yeah, literally nobody.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to ask about my weekend?
I would love to.
How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I went to the Hamptons.
Wow.
Oh yeah, your 1-day trip.
Yeah. And you know what? This is what I've discovered. I was born for luxury.
Oh, interesting. You're just discovering this now.
Anything beyond my means, I want it. And I am literally by myself in the Hamptons. And I'm like, this is where I was meant to be.
Yeah. You're having your Hannah Montana moment.
This is me.
Yep.
In the Hamptons, surrounded by $10 million houses. I'm like, I feel at home. This is perfect.
I've always wanted to go to the Hamptons.
It was actually crazy. So the only thing I could really like, this is how I compared to Charlie. You guys know like East Grand Rapids and here where we live. And if you're listening, you don't know what that is. It's literally like the bougier part of Grand Rapids where we live. Anyway, it's like that, but like instead of just a small area, it's literally for an hour.
Dang.
You're driving for an hour and it's all just like the craziest houses ever. But honestly, there was no fast food.
Right. Because they have private chefs. Have you seen those guys on TikTok?
Oh, the private, yeah.
In the Hamptons?
Private chef in the Hamptons, yeah.
I'm amazed by them.
Yeah. And I mean, that's fine, but like I needed to grab like a $5 Biggie bag on my way home from the shoot. And there were no Biggie bags to be seen.
Dang, no Biggie bags in sight.
No
You
Biggie
still
bags.
get Biggie bags?
No,
okay, for you not to get a Biggie bag, that's a you thing.
What do you get?
Biggie bags are like the thing.
Dude, I had a horrible experience with a Biggie bag.
Yeah, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We got to move on in life on the things. I got a cockroach in my salad from Wendy's and I still move on and go back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I finished at the very bottom of my salad.
Didn't you think it was a raisin?
I don't know. Probably. That thing was up with the legs and I had dressing on it. It looked like I could have eaten it. And then I was like, you know what? Those antennas are looking a little sus. And then I asked mom to come over and that thing was, and it was big. Like I'm talking like,
yeah, ew.
An inch.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I still go back there. I'm pretty sure I went and got a new salad that day and ate it.
I do get just their like chicken nuggets and their chocolate frosties quite often, but I don't get like the full Biggie bag.
Oh.
But okay, so there were no Biggie bags.
Your loss,
yeah.
honestly.
It really is my loss.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, continue on your Biggie
I'm
bag.
about to keep going like in the Hamptons, so you keep going if you've got more to say about the Biggie bag.
It actually has nothing we went to a Wendy's when we went to Toronto. And like it was so much nicer than like our Wendy's. Like it was insane. Like I was like, dang, this is why people don't like America. Cause like this is like a great experience. But then the only thing that was kind of whack was like the bathroom. So that's not whack, I guess. It's like you're whatever you think. But like there aren't like really gender bathrooms. They're all just like bathrooms. And it's like anyone can go in, which it's nice because you like have a closed door. But then it's like every bathroom has a urinal. And I'm like, dog, I'm not trying to be in here.
Those bathrooms, like they're gender neutral. It's great, but it confuses me. When I walk in there, I'm like, did I walk into the men's? I'm like, am I supposed to be here? It's confusing. I need a sign that literally says like all gender restrooms. Then I will be like, okay, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. I always get the sense of confusion when I walk into those.
I also get confused when I go to like restaurants that are like, I don't know, like a specific cuisine, and they have the names on the restroom doors, but in their language and no like symbol.
Right.
So I'm like, which one am I going into?
That's never really happened.
Or
to
they
me.
have like nicknames, or they have like nicknames for boys and girls. Like they call them something like quirky or funny.
Oh, right.
But I'm not in on the joke.
Yeah, you're like there's
I don't
an
work
inside
here.
joke, but I just need to know.
Right.
Like I need to know where I'm going. Quit with the inside joke.
Exactly.
Let's use universal language.
Yeah.
Don't say niñas and
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
niñas and niños.
yeah, don't say that. Because then me, the girl who struggled with conjugation in Spanish class, will be like, was the A feminine or was it not? Like I don't know.
These words aren't conjugated, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's just like the
That's
words.
just the word.
Right. Anyway, not conjugated, but you know what I mean? Like,
No, I got
Danielle,
you.
why'd you
for
have to
sure.
say that? You just ruined it. You just ruined the vibe.
Vibe ruined.
I know, literally.
She doesn't like Biggie bags. She doesn't like conjugation.
I'm sorry.
And you know,
I like conjugation.
this kind of leads me into something I wanted to say. So, Danielle, I started to read the book that you wanted me to read,
Which one was it?
The Nightingale.
You don't like it?
No. It's not that I don't like it. You did not tell me that it's a book about the freaking Nazis.
What do you mean? I said it's a World War II historical fiction novel.
All right, that's on you, sweetie.
What?
No. You've literally never said that to me. That sentence has ever come out
Yeah,
of
I'm
your
not
mouth.
gonna lie. I don't ever remember you saying that, because if I
You'll
would have
just-
heard you recommend Cassidy to read
guys-
a World War II
Guys,
book, I would have
I
been like,
read the back of the book to you. I made you guys sit down and I read the back of
Girl,
the book,
you
and
think
it
we're
said,
listening?
yeah, I zone out.
Okay, so then-
The second a word comes out
So
about a
then-
book, I'm done.
once again, that's on you, because
Okay.
I said it was a World War II historical fiction about two sisters.
Okay.
It's
Right.
the Woman's War.
Right.
That is sounding a tad familiar.
It does not sound
Woman's
familiar to me
war.
at all. I did not know this.
Suffrage.
I started.
It's not.
Oh,
Lexi just starts naming things. Feminism.
Equal
Amelia
rights.
Earhart.
Rosa Parks at the end of the day.
That does not have to do with the Nightingale at all.
Dang.
Okay, so
But-
the reason I'm saying this is because I was talking to Mom about it yesterday, and out of nowhere, Mom goes, "You know, Danielle took a career test, and the number one thing she was supposed to be is a what's the
A probation officer.
probation officer."
Yeah.
And I literally was like,
You didn't know that?
"No,
This is common knowledge.
but you are giving probation officer right now."
That's fine. That's fine. I know that. And when I took the test at first of all, why do they do these tests when you're in like 5th grade?
Right.
I was like scarred. I had friends getting supermodel on their exams, and
They're
I
like,
got
"You sound pretty.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a super."
and I was like what? Like, and I took the test again, and then it said still. I think the other one said like lawyer or something like that, and I was like, it really hurt my identity as a kid.
right,
But now that I'm older, I get it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was funny. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Okay, back to the Hamptons.
Right.
Let's bring it back to the Hamptons. Okay, I shot a proposal, and I was really nervous because I didn't know what they looked like.
Okay.
people?
Okay. Yeah, and like I stalked his Instagram, but even still, you just don't
You can
know.
never trust a man
don't
off
know,
the
like-
Instagram.
No.
Well, it was private. All I could see was this little tiny
profile?
circle.
And you don't know
Yeah.
how tall they are.
Yeah.
Like it would be helpful if you knew a height.
I did have his location.
Okay.
But thankfully, me being like the warrior that I am, I got there 45 minutes early, and he texted me and was like, "Our dinner's wrapping up like 25 minutes early. Can we come early?"
Perfect.
And I was like, "Actually, yes, I am sitting on the beach waiting for you." But like, that was crazy. They were so nice, like such a vibe. We went to Montauk, which is all the way at the end of New York.
Yeah, I want to go to Montauk.
Yeah. So Montauk is like,
Didn't I say that and then I got hoed?
You said Nantucket.
Dang it.
I want to go to Nantucket.
I do remember saying Nantucket.
I'm reading a book about Nantucket right now.
That's fun. It's
Yeah.
better than probably what I'm reading.
Cassidy, The Nightingale is one of the best books of all time.
Danielle, it is summer. I do not want to feel like I have to
Yeah.
ration my food. No, Danielle, I'm being so for real. I'm being so for real. listen to why I'm saying this.
It's a scary. I mean, the book is intense.
That's a crazy thing to say.
See, like literally, they are starving.
Yeah.
They have to like
it was
ration
World War
all their
II.
food. It's terrifying.
Are they Jewish?
No,
Some
characters are,
but the main character is not.
They're two sisters who live in France.
Did you never read I think reading the Anne Frank diaries is enough.
Lexi? Okay.
What? It is. You learn a lot.
You do,
And then you don't have to relive it. Or like if you already also watched like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Oh, right.
Like some things you don't need to relive.
Right. Okay.
I get it. Like some people just
That's their vibe. But it's not yours.
Lexi, you don't even know what I'm about to say right
now.
Okay,
My fault. I really thought I could help you there.
It's just like I know that was a reality for them. That was a real thing. I just personally it's hard for me to read that stuff.
Okay.
And like I literally am over here. I guess it gives me a little bit of perspective, but like they're talking about how they don't have milk and I have a whole gallon of milk in my fridge. It just makes me think like, oh, like this is like I feel so bad like that this happened. And like it's summer. Like I want to be reading like a book that takes place on the Italian coast where like they ride mopeds and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, that book, One Italian Summer, is trash. Don't read it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like that book.
Right.
But, well, are you almost done?
No, I'm like 50% in.
Stop.
Oh, 50%. You're almost done. 50%.
It's just like really draining for me. Like emotionally. I'm like, I can't handle this. People are dying. I hate it.
Okay. Well, it's one of the best books of all time. You don't need to finish it. It's your life.
Wait,
but I did give you this book a long time ago.
Who gave the rating one of the best books of all time? Like
multiple
you?
people.
Oh, okay.
Multiple people.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I have a really good friend. Her name's also Danielle, and she reads like a book a week. And this also is like one of her favorite books of all time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a lot of good ratings. I'm just not a historical fiction person, so it is what it is. Like I'm reading it, it's good, but like specifically this time frame, I was telling Mom this, when you learn about World War II in history, it scars you.
Yeah.
Having never heard about that before, it's terrifying. It's absolutely horrible what they did.
And then hearing about it from other people's perspectives like this is like crazy.
Yeah, and it just like I don't want to like inflict this. Like I literally don't want to have to think about it if I don't have to.
Okay.
Because it's just like that horrible of a thing.
That's valid.
I don't know. I like to protect my peace.
Then just put it down and pick something else up.
Well, no, I have to
put it down and start rewatching The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I tell you what, I won't recommend another historical fiction book if you don't like this one at the end.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure I'll like it. I'm sure the end is good.
Read it in the winter next time. I told you to read this book like 6 months or 9 months ago.
Okay.
I'm saying these are good like winter books.
My thing is I can't like consume every content right away when you tell me to.
No,
I literally have a list just from you.
Sure.
Of things I need to consume.
Okay.
So Danielle, I'm trying.
That's fair.
I'm working my way through the list. And it just so happened I picked the winter book for summer, apparently.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
It's good though. You'll like it at the end.
Okay.
I'm glad because she recommended that one to me. I'm not reading that one.
Well, no, it's not that you
Lexi,
shouldn't read it.
I actually think you would like it.
I don't know.
It's the girl's writing style is a little like blunt and boring. She's very straightforward. And, I'm used to, sparkles and butterflies. So I'm just
like flavorful wording.
Yeah, spicy wording, if you will.
I'm reading a book right now, and I actually read it this morning. She said the author wrote like the bubbles in her champagne were like seducing her. Like she wanted another glass of champagne so bad that like the bubbles. I just thought that was an interesting way to write about with champagne. It's like, she's being seduced by the bubbles. She's
trying to hit that word count.
I like that though. Actually, speaking of writing,
where's this going?
I'm a writer.
Do you have to talk about anything else with the Hamptons? More things or
no? That was it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of writing, on the way to Toronto, there was like this essay thing that was due, like a scholarship through Dad's work, but like I totally forgot about it. I think Lindsay did too. And like the due date was May 31st, like the day that like I was driving to Toronto. And like I told myself like I would do it, but like I low-key knew I wouldn't do it. Like I was like, oh, I'll bring my computer and do it in the car. And I was just like, oh, like I just will never do it. But then I was like, you know what? Like I'm actually going to try. So I picked up my computer and I did it. And I wrote like my essay in literally like 30 minutes, and I submitted it, and I felt so accomplished all weekend because I submitted for the scholarship.
How much is the scholarship for?
There's like I think they give out like 4 or 5,
Like
and
levels.
it's like each are a different amount.
You know, Lindsay did it too.
Yeah, that's like I texted.
You're competing with Lindsay.
Yeah, but I know, which is like annoying because she'd probably get it over me. But actually,
What?
she didn't answer the prompt right. She read it wrong. But I don't even want to say that because watch her. I would like write the wrong prompt and then get it over me. So I'm not even trying to bash on her because like I'm gonna get humbled. It's like, oh, so you actually answered the question, but you're trash. Like, and
At least what this girl said
was
sense.
good. Yeah. So, anyways, I just I, like it was like something that. It was like hardships in your life. It was like very general. But then I like asked her, I was like, oh, like, what did you write about? And she was like, women's health care. And I was like, and I was like, oh, like, how did you tie that into like hardships in your life? She was like, wait, what?
Oh, she thought it was like just general hardships.
I think she thought it was like, yeah.
Man, she probably went off too.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't get the scholarship.
Man, I bet her paper's good though. Lizzie's got a lot of good things to say about that.
I thought my paper was actually pretty good.
What'd you write about?
I mean, it's hardships in your life. So I just wrote about like mental health.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but I had this theme of like a shadow that you can never escape. Like the whole essay, it like kept coming back.
Girl, you're good with these metaphors.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
the
a really
bathroom
metaphor
floor.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I like, but who knows?
I was actually talking to Brett yesterday about, it has to do with what you said, about how I feel like words are so important to you in like music.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Why are you
Why'd you make a face like that? I was telling Brett, I was like, I think that's why Lexi loves Taylor Swift so much because of like the words that she writes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's true. I'm a very words person. My love language is always words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like changed to more like quality time and like physical touch. But like words is like so up there. It's insane.
Yeah.
So be careful
Okay.
what you say. So I'll think about it for 3 years.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, I wanted to talk about well, not Taylor's album, but like Billy's new album, which Danielle
It's
texted
so
me about.
Good.
Yeah, and what I'm realizing is I am so into these albums that you have to listen to over and over again, and they're like these slow burn albums that like the more you listen to them, the even more into it you get. And I feel like that was Taylor's album for me, and that's Billy's album as well. Ariana Grande's, I felt like hit right away. It's a bunch of poppy songs, but Billy's album, I am obsessed with it. Like every single song,
It's so good.
I can't. And it's so different than what she normally puts out. So that's literally what I've been listening to on repeat.
Same. I love her voice.
Yeah, same.
I just love it.
She has a really good voice. Yeah. Did you guys see that Apple Music top 100 albums of all time that was released?
Girl, that's a trash list. I feel like it was written by like
Girl,
someone that doesn't know music.
Don't argue with Danielle about music.
no, I discovered that list.
The list.
No, I thought the list was, I don't really know how much I like love it, but I read for like the top 10, like why they chose each album. And it was like a 3-page paper for each album, like why they put it there. I was like, these people put in some thought with this stuff. Like I was very impressed.
Yeah,
Probably like their
that.
degree, you know?
but it put like
study.
Taylor's album was literally third.
Which one?
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was. I must have saw
It was
the-
Purple Rain by Prince was third.
Oh, I must
Dang,
have
she
saw
got that list memorized.
wrong
Don't
Thriller.
Thriller was number 2.
What's number
So
one?
far, it's sounding like a good list, Cassidy.
I must have seen a fake list
Yeah.
because literally Taylor's album was number 3.
No, Taylor's
And
album
then-
was it was like in the 40s.
You got catfished.
Yeah,
by Apple Music.
I'm very gullible. You guys
I don't know
me.
why I agreed to sit in the seat. I like turning my head
Get
back
whiplash?
and forth. Yeah, and I already have neck problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I know,
self-diagnosed.
Lexi asked to use my neck massager.
Dude, I don't know if it's like the way I sleep or like the pillow, but I swear my neck is always tight. And like, I think it's why I get so many headaches because I feel it start in my neck.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, I don't know how to change it. But then one day, like a year ago, mom told me, she was like, one thing I'd recommend, like as you like age, is to stretch your neck because grandpa can barely move his head. And now every day, like I'm so conscious. I literally like stretch my neck like multiple times a day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Me adding that to my daily routine.
Like your daily routine. You have those stretches that we learned in choir, remember, where you like push to the ground?
Yeah.
Those ones work.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Are you pulling up the list?
I was trying to find where Taylor's was on here, but Beyonce has 2 albums in the top 40. That's all I got to say.
Okay, Danielle. You've already died on the hill. You're literally deceased on the hill.
I died. I did.
Your tomb is at the top.
Yep.
There's a light from heaven shining on it. You're good.
This one, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, was number 1.
What's that?
It's the first like popular female rap album ever. And I listened to it and it's actually really good.
Well, it better be.
But
it's number 1.
Number 1.
Was that not Miss Taylor?
No,
that was
not.
Blonde. Well, that's a good album.
It's the Beatles was number 3. I was wrong. Prince
I've
was
never
number
been a
4.
Beatles girl.
The Beatle effect, like I'm so interested. I wish there was. Is there a documentary like on the Beatles?
There probably is. You should definitely look it up.
Because people talk about that, like the craze and how it's similar to like Taylor Swift right now.
I heard Madonna was similar to Taylor Swift, so people got to pick one.
I mean, they're all probably very similar. How people were like freaking out over the Beatles, but
who knows?
Yeah,
is our Beatles One Direction
for a short period? Yeah, or Justin Bieber when he was younger.
Yeah, but that's not Beatles because it's not a band. Like I feel like Michael Jackson and Justin Bieber are similar vibes.
Yeah. Didn't the Beatles completely change music as well? Like they put out music that was completely different.
You always hear that, and it's like, what did they do?
Well,
how do you completely change the vibe of music? Like, doesn't that just make you feel like you're living such a bland life?
Literally.
When you hear that someone like released something that completely changed the vibe of music.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what to eat breakfast in the morning. Yeah. Like I'm like, should I have yogurt or a protein waffle? Like,
right.
It's just crazy, man.
And people are over here changing lives.
Yogurt, protein waffle.
Yeah. Like,
we all have different purposes.
Yeah.
Yours is just to decide your meals every day.
Some people's purposes is just to chill.
Right.
I feel like I be chilling.
Speaking of Justin Bieber, did you guys see Hailey's new diamond?
I did.
No.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, he spent $1.4 million on it.
It's a pinky ring.
Yeah.
Oh, just
can you imagine?
So it's not a new wedding ring.
No,
it's just like a new.
It looks exactly
ring.
like her engagement ring. It's literally
just on her pinky.
Yeah.
That has to be weighing down her fingers, bro.
She probably loves it.
Yeah.
Probably got a strong pinky.
They look great on her fingers.
That's crazy. Okay, I have a story, low key.
Okay.
But it's like not even that funny, but it's kind of funny to me. Okay. So like, obviously like I live in a house with like 4 girls, whatever. So like one of the girls, like she's new, her name's Lily. Her room is like right next to mine. She's super sweet. And like last night, she like goes to bed early on the weeknights because she has like school in the morning, like she's in summer classes. And so she's in bed trying to sleep. And me and Charlie, my other roommate, are like in the living room, and she has like these people from work come over just to chill for a sec. So we're all talking. And like I don't know how to talk at like a normal like tone or volume. Like I know that.
Yeah. And the podcast knows that.
And
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why your mic gets turned down.
Exactly. Right. And so like whatever. She like tells us, like she texts us and was like, could you guys be like more quiet? We're like, oh, of course. But they were just leaving. So it was like no big deal. But like whatever, we're like, we felt bad. I was like, dang, like we were probably being loud. I go into my room and I heard this the entire time we were talking, but I thought I could just hear like the neighbor's house because like the walls are thin in that house. Like you can hear the neighbors like doing stuff if it's loud. Like genuinely, I don't know how this happened. At some point, my Alexa started playing club music. So like genuinely, I walk into my room and it's like unz, 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 like on my Alexa.
And she's trying to
sleep and the walls are so thin. And I like texted in the group chat and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like for some reason, my Alexa was actually playing club music. And like she was like, I was wondering what that thudding was for so long. And I just like, and I was like, Alexa, turn off.
Oh my gosh.
Did your phone like accidentally connect and then just like keep playing?
I don't know. My phone didn't have anything on. I don't know what she picked
Lexi
up.
has a default on Alexa.
Yeah.
And
that's how Lexi falls asleep.
Literally. Yeah, I guess like Rager Club EDM music was just like, and it was loud.
That's so funny.
But
poor Lily.
I know.
I have a story from the airport.
Oh no.
Okay.
This story is like, it's just interesting because like I've never experienced something like this before. Okay. So I was getting ready to board my flight and I was boarding Southwest. So, you like line up in those lines. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I notice next to the podium, there's like a guy. He's not on the boarding side of the podium where the door is. He's on the opposite side of the podium. And then there's like this big line of people that are all lined up waiting to board. Okay. There's a guy. He's wearing a mask. And I look at him and he's got like one of those sticks that a blind person has. So I'm like, oh, this guy, he must be blind. That's fine. Anyone can fly, whatever. But what I noticed was he was alone. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the guy is standing there and he like takes what is the stick called?
I don't know.
A seeing stick. I don't know. I just made it up.
Okay. Yeah, that
sounds right.
He takes the stick and like sticks it out in front of him, obviously to try to like see where he's going. And he hits the podium. Okay. And then he just stops. And then he does it again. He hits the podium and stops because he's right next to the podium on the wrong side. Okay. So I'm standing there like, okay, so is this guy like, do I offer to help? I'm like, I don't know, because like, I don't want to offer help and get declined. That's my thing. Like I have offered help before and people have said no. And I'm like, I don't know if this guy has someone that is already helping him. I don't know. Anyway, I am just like, this is what I'm thinking in my head. Well, the guy in front of me must have been thinking the same thing. And this guy's a much better person than me because he turned to the guy and said, hey, do you need help? And he was like, actually, yes, I'm trying to just board the flight. I'm trying to find the jet bridge. I don't know where it is. And I was like, what airport worker dropped him on the wrong side of the podium in a corner? He was literally in a corner.
You're telling me he wasn't
horrible.
wheeled all the way up? Why?
Well, he could walk, but like, I was like,
yeah, but you see people getting wheeled onto the.
I'm like, why did someone must have escorted him and left him there? And here's the thing. I think like he's, like some people are more capable than others. Like I'm sure he like does stuff all the time by himself. So like, I'm sure he like wasn't super uncomfortable. Otherwise he would have asked for help. Yeah. But I was just like, bro, like, why didn't anyone? And then this guy was like, follow the sound of my voice. Come this way. The jet bridge is this way. Well, they board him. He gets up to the podium. His boarding pass is like literally flipped upside down. And the lady was like, sir, flip your boarding pass over. Like she was so rude to him. And I'm like, girl, he doesn't know that it's not the right side up. Like what?
Cassidy's crying in the corner.
I'm literally like, what is humanity? People are so mean. Anyway, he boards the flight, whatever. When he gets off the flight, I'm like a little ways behind him. And this person at the airport comes, grabs him from the gate and escorts him out. I'm like, this is how it should have been. Someone should have literally helped him because like there's airport workers for that reason. Like, come on, like pull it together. So anyway, he gets escorted out. I'm waiting for Charlie at the pickup area and I see the guy, but he's with now his friend that was picking him up. And his friend is like walking with him. And he's like, yep, the car's straight ahead. Just keep walking straight. And then his friend says to him, like, don't go to the left. Don't go to the left though. Keep going straight. Don't go to the left. And the guy stops. This is how I know he had a good sense of humor. The guy stops. He takes his stick, puts it over to the left, like it was like the curb in the road, okay? Mm-hmm. And he puts it over to the left and he just like stands there and his friend was like, what are you doing? I told you not to the left. And he was like, yeah, I know. I was just checking. I was like I was cracking up because his friend started just laughing because he's like, bro, like not to the left. And then the guy just goes to the left anyway. I'm like, bro, this is so funny. Anyway, I just was like,
blind humor, it will get you for sure.
I was just like, wow, like what? Like I just watched this whole guy's experience through the airport and then his friend came, picked him up. They were like joking around. I was like, okay, this makes me feel better. Cute. But yeah.
I actually had a blind person experience this weekend too.
Really?
Are you kidding?
I'm not even kidding. We were walking down the street of Toronto and this girl like with the walking stick was walking and she had like a bag and but her bag broke and like her food that she just got, like she obviously went and like picked up food, like fell through the bottom of the bag and then like the container broke and like went everywhere. But like she didn't know what like happened. So she was like trying to like feel the bottom of her bag and like so you could tell she didn't know like that like her food just fell through. And I was like, dang, she's probably just about to go. She was so excited to go home and grub on some tofu. It was tofu.
Yeah. And it literally exploded on the street, which could happen to anyone.
Yeah. And so we like went up to her and we're like, do you need help? because she was like kind of like turned around and didn't really know where it was. She was like, yeah, I just don't really know what happened. And then we were like, well, like it fell through the bottom of the bag. Like, I don't know, like it's just all on the sidewalk. You probably need to go like get another. And then we just like helped her pick it up. And then like she like was like, thank you. And then like walked on.
Wow.
Yeah. But
what are the odds?
Experience. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never had any other experience
the
at the
difference
blind.
is you helped and I stood there like, should I help? But I didn't help.
But managed to listen to every single detail of his conversation.
Like this guy doesn't even know you were a silent observer.
I know. Well, the guy in front of me did help. So
yeah.
He was the helper. Anyway.
That's funny. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. Like ever since Pretty Little Liars, I
Oh.
don't be trusting people.
Oh my God.
When Jenna literally pretends to be blind.
Yeah, she pretends to be blind to get all the tea.
Yeah.
Like that just like scarred me a little. When I was a kid, I was like, no way. I was like, no way.
Oh, yeah.
That's like evil.
That whole show gave me trust issues.
Oh, for sure.
Like, a teacher and student affair.
The fact that
So
I was rooting for them,
Oh,
Aria
same.
and Fitz, right?
Yeah.
The fact that I was
Ezra.
rooting for them,
Ezra Fitz.
Yeah.
Ezra Fitz,
He goes by Ezra in the show.
Yeah, not Fitz. Like his name's Ezra.
right. Why? Okay, yeah, I forgot his name was Ezra. Anyways,
Fitz is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know
I
how
was
you
thinking
remember that.
FIT.
TZ because it's Fitzgerald.
F-I-T.
Dude.
Honestly, I think we should just delete this episode.
We need to move on. Dude, like that show was so good though. Like it was, have you ever seen those memes and it's like, how did Allison in this yellow top do more than I've done in my entire life in one night? Because it's so true. I read the whole show they have like met, like it's always like, yeah, well, on this night she saw this person and it's like, how did she have that much of a social life?
Dude,
to do
I have
all
no
that
idea.
in one night.
I think it's been long enough where I could rewatch the show again now.
You should. It's really good.
Like that would be a good show
Dude,
to rewatch.
I've rewatched that show like 4 times. Like
I
was
haven't
simply
watched
obsessed.
it since it finished.
Like remember the dollhouse?
Dude,
No.
When they
I do.
like put them literally in a house underground.
yeah.
And like would like make them push buttons and like torture them.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Here's the thing about Cassidy.
I would watch that show. I was so terrified.
I remember you'd like
So
turn
terrified.
it off. I remember.
It was to me an equivalent of a horror film. That's how scary
She
it was.
would get mad when I would watch it on ABC Family. It would come on at night and she'd be like, Danielle.
It's so scary. And here's also the thing. Did we ever find out who A is? I sure as heck didn't. Who?
Well, okay, it was low-key kind of whack.
Wait,
Well,
spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't watched Pretty Little
8
Liars.
years later. Or
Well, there were
way
multiple
longer than
A's.
that.
Like Mona was the OG. You have to
Right.
remember her.
Yes.
Then it was Cece. But Cece was actually...
Wait, who was Cece?
She was like the blonde girl that was like Allison's best friend.
Oh, okay.
But she was actually Allison's brother who turned transgender. Oh! And they didn't... I know. She didn't
know that.
Yeah, but she didn't know that this was her brother. It was like her mom had a secret kid.
It was secret.
But then the kid like always saw pictures of Allison growing up and like the mom hid like this kid from them because
I thought Allison had a twin.
no, that was Spencer. Then that's when the show gets whack.
Yeah.
That's when no one knows what happened. Spencer had a random twin, and then that also was A later.
That the guy was trying to figure out if it was Spencer that he was kissing or the other girl.
Yeah, because and she like lived in England, like the twin, but somehow she like tormented these girls.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so they added way too much to the plot.
Yeah. No,
It
the last
basically
one was
like
whack.
a soap opera, like General Hospital,
Yeah.
but
See,
I
like
wish
modern teen version.
I wish you'd know that before going into it because I
Well,
wouldn't
the
watch
beginning
it if I
seasons
knew
are
that.
really good.
Yeah.
Well, they even mention, I guess like the producers or the writers, right, that they had Aria being A from the first episode, but people guessed it so fast they had to change it.
Well, because
Aria. Yeah, I just think the writers weren't that bright. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That would be good.
But
if it was Aria the whole time, that would be so
That
good.
would've
If it
ate.
were one of the original girls the whole time.
Well, I just like they always change it. Like someone helped A at one point because A blackmailed everyone. So Ezra at one time was in the black coat and like Toby, everyone was.
I thought it was Ezra.
It was
at
when they
first for a
added
long
red
time.
coat. That's when
Yeah.
it got trippy. It was like, who is this girl in pumps? Like she's in like
Yeah.
heels running around the town.
Why did Toby make such an impression on me? And that guy, Caleb.
You have
they
a
were,
type,
like-
and he was your type.
No, he wasn't.
I'm
Danielle,
sorry. Whoa.
Reason like 500
up.
that you like literally don't know me.
No,
What
literally,
the heck?
no, that's actually so true. One thing about Danielle is she always says statements about you, and she's like, and that's why this, and it's
Yeah.
like it's a fact. Like to
Yeah.
you, it's a fact, and it's a lie.
It's
like it's like
literally
where
not
did that come
true.
from? Like Caleb and Toby. First of all, they're not even near the same.
Yeah.
Second of all, a type.
I just feel like they like ingrained in my brain because that was like the first couple of seasons and they were like the boyfriends.
Yeah, I think they were just like kind of normal looking guys, but they like weren't ugly.
I feel like Toby reminded me a lot of Edward Cullen.
No. Toby reminded me of like chiseled Squidward.
I thought his vibe, because he had like very fair skin and like his demeanor I thought was similar to Edward Cullen. I don't know.
Is Edward Cullen Edward from Twilight?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know the dude's last name. Okay.
Yes,
The Cullens. And Cassidy had a big poster of him on her wall
Yeah, you were
growing
a
up.
Twilight
So that
girl.
was like
That's
literally when I
3.
said that, like that was why I said that. Was
But
because
I also said
always
Caleb,
thought
and Caleb was
I didn't hear you say Caleb. I only heard Toby.
right.
And then
You
I
just you
whatever.
locked in
Yeah,
on
I
one.
locked in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so speaking of shows, I started watching the new Kardashians season.
Really?
Is it good?
Okay. It is good so far. It's just like something I put on kind of in the background or like when I'm doing stuff. It's good. I feel like they're giving nothing. Like
I just want just a Kylie show. I'm trying to just watch her.
I think
it's true. Like I'm over watching Courtney have her 15th baby shower. Like at this point, her kid in real life is like old. Like
No, that's
months
literally
old.
the only reason. Like I haven't started watching it yet because I feel like I know what happens because
Right.
we follow them.
Yeah.
Also, like
And-
the show is just the most unreality TV show that there is. It's so censored. It's so like what they want us to see. They don't actually give any tea, any juice, any like uncut. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's so like them talking about issues. Like I feel like it's literally it's their way to publicly handle situations.
Yeah.
Like
it's
every time it's
true.
always them apologizing or going through something that happened to them and like them talking about how it affected them and stuff. It's like it's almost like their way to show the world that they're like good people
And
almost.
they're human.
because
Yeah.
they control what we see.
Exactly.
Totally.
Like none of it is real.
The draw for me for watching that show is just seeing how such like a high profile family operates because like it's just so interesting.
Yeah.
Because like that's what is interesting to me.
And
But
that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Because it does give you a little glimpse into everything and you kind of get to see like how everyone handles the different high profile things. So like Kim is very much like she's working all the time. She's got nannies, she's got staff. Whereas someone like Chloe literally like doesn't have nannies in like past the workday. Like she is home at night with her kids and that's it. So it's like just so different.
yeah.
The different vibes and stuff. So far, I'm only 2 episodes in. I like it. I did stop watching like the last season. I stopped halfway through.
yeah, I did too.
Me
So
too.
maybe that'll happen to me again. I don't know.
I want to know what's going on with Chris and her tumor.
Was that
It's
like a teaser on the
it's like
show?
the teaser, yeah. That's all I want to know.
Right. And here's the thing, like they have, like you said, like we already know what happens. Like we literally follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just feel like they have all this content that they are
It's
trying to
too
put out.
backdated.
Yeah.
They need to like
yeah, it's
somehow
too past. Like I already know what happened. Like this is like a year ago.
It
Yeah.
sounds weird, but like almost like putting out instead of an episode a week or like releasing like a bunch of episodes at one time, like almost going back to like maybe releasing like an episode a month or something. And then like, which sounds weird because then you wouldn't really know like the full plot of like the whole season because they do
Right.
that. But like
It's something that's more current.
Something that's
to
more
make it
current. Yeah.
Also, you guys don't watch Love Island, do you?
no.
I have in the past. I haven't
Okay.
recently.
There's a new season that's coming out in like a couple of days.
regular American or UK?
I think it's UK, which is the best
better
one.
The better one for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I love how they talk.
Me too.
Their phrases are so
I like when they
funny.
say the word proper.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Oh, he
cheeky.
kissed me proper.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. They just have all these, or like, like mugging.
Yeah.
Or like, you're a mug. Like,
Yeah.
like,
You're
it's
a
just
mug.
Fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so fit.
He's so fit.
Yeah. They just have fun little phrases. Lexi doesn't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah.
That's literally all I had to say. That was my whole list.
Oh, okay. Great. I had a story about a bachelorette party that I witnessed when I was in Traverse City.
Oh.
So I was in Traverse City this weekend for a wedding, and Friday night, Brett and I went to dinner. And it was a cute restaurant. We're chilling. I ordered a burger, and there was this like big group of women that came in to the bar. We were seated at like this outside bar, like a table at like this outside bar area. And the women, they were all like like early 50s probably, and they were having a good time. They were like very loud, laughing. They walk in holding this big like balloon shaped like a ring. And I was like, oh, like it's probably like one of the women is getting married. It's like her bachelorette party. They're like early 50s. I just thought it was interesting that like they were doing like holding this giant ring for, I mean, maybe it was a second marriage. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting that, yeah, just the vibe was kind of weird. Brett and I were just kind of like, like, okay. So they're all there like chilling. Well, not chilling. They're kind of loud, but they're having fun. And then like 10 minutes after they all grabbed their seats, they got like this big table. This group of like 5 younger girls comes in, and they are also holding like a balloon inflatable ring shaped thing. I guess a ring balloon, whatever. And they come and they sit with that other group of women. And I was like, okay, so now there's these like 20-year-old girls all with these 50-year-old girls. Both groups were holding one of these rings. Like, what is going on? And Brett and I are listening to the conversation, and I was looking for the person in white. I was like, who's the bride? Who are we celebrating?
Right.
No, there was no one wearing white, but there was one of the younger girls who had like a tiny little veil on that I couldn't see. And I was like, okay, so one of the younger girls is the bride. But I guess the older women, we like overheard some of their conversations. They were having a bachelorette party like for the moms at the same time, like, but none of the moms were getting married.
They just were having a party.
They were like, yeah, making it like celebrating like the mother of the bride sort of a thing.
Okay.
I just thought it was really interesting.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Dang, that's not where I thought that story was going to go at all.
Yeah.
What did you
I
think
thought you
it
were
was
going
going
to
to
say
be?
one of the older women was marrying the younger girls.
No.
And they're having a combined bachelorette party.
No.
I just was along for the ride on that story, I think. But it did make me think about when I flew into the Cabo airport, you're waiting in the line to like get through customs. Literally, I would say out of every like 5 people is a girl wearing white with a veil.
Yeah.
Or like some sort of cowboy hat.
That's how
white.
it is in Nashville too.
Yeah.
Like every like third person that you see is, or every third group is a bachelorette party.
Yeah. Nashville's bad. Nashville's like, I feel like that's the new area for all the bridal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
So anyways, my story wasn't super exciting, but like at the end of the night when Brett and I were leaving, I was like, there were 2 girls going. When we were leaving, there were 2 girls like in that group, literally like sleeping on the tables.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow, okay, they are.
Yeah. You can leave
They're
the
having a good
crazy
time.
stories to us. It's okay.
Yeah.
We got it.
I don't really have any crazy stories.
I
man.
have actually another crazy story from
Okay.
Toronto. I can make it really fast
Do
because
it.
we're almost at, but I forgot this happened, and honestly, it's kind of a bad look. So I'm not going to give names, but someone that I was with was yelling out of
She's
the
with
car.
3 people.
Well, you don't know which one. Someone that I was with is like yelling out of the car to people, and it's like there's a lot of traffic. We're like in an Uber.
Why were they yelling? Just saying hi, or
Yeah,
were they
like
I
oh,
already
you're
know
so
who it
pretty.
is.
yeah,
like,
I know who it is.
And here's the thing, because
Okay.
you're driving, so it's not you.
No, we're in an Uber. I'm not driving.
Oh, okay.
It's not you.
No, they're like none of us are driving, so we're all chilling in the car.
One of them is insanely shy.
Okay, now we're not trying to figure
It's
out who it is
deductive
on the
reasoning.
podcast.
I know who it is. It's fine.
Okay. Anyways, so we're like, there are people like walking down the streets and stuff, and like, you know, it's like it's a club scene. There's bars everywhere, so there's so many people outside. You know, like we outside, whatever. And so,
Catch me outside.
yeah,
How about that?
like you know that vibe. So. Like she's like yelling out of the car, like telling people that they look good, telling people this. She's yelling to someone that they need to get. This is such a bad story. That like she's like yelling to them, telling them they need to get a drunk ciggy. You know what that like people like when they get drunk they smoke cigarettes. It's like a thing. But she's yelling at people to like get drunk ciggies and just yelling at people that they look good. Like random stuff. I'm literally like, bro, like what are you doing? This guy, like we're like in traffic, so we're not going at a fast pace in this car, okay? Walks up to the car, just I'm kid you not, straight face walking towards us. I'm like, okay, this does look a little bad. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'm on this other side of the car. I'm on the other window.
So you're safe.
So I'm not yelling at the car. And he reaches into the car and genuinely tries to like go like this against her face. But she like ducks down and like dodges.
Wait, what does
his
she try
hand.
to do to his face? Like he tries to like grab
He literally
her?
just tries to grab her. Like literally like I
Probably
don't know.
to make her shut up.
Yeah, genuinely. Like genuinely, I don't know. And she got it on video. I was literally like, after it happened, I was like, that is why you don't yell at people out of a car.
Have you been hearing about all these random stabbings in New York City?
People just okay. No.
People just walking around in Times Square getting stabbed.
Well, okay, yeah, there's stuff like that everywhere, I guess. But
well, I'm saying Toronto, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it was so like he had a straight face. Like, it was genuinely like one of the scariest things I've seen. Cause I'm watching it happen. And he just like through the window tries to like grab her face, her neck. I don't know what he's trying to grab.
You didn't close the window?
She was not in the right mind space to be closing windows or talking to people. But she did duck. She yeeted. So he didn't touch her at all. But she was like, oh my gosh, like, did you see what just happened? And I was like, yes, I did. You're an idiot. Like, why would we be doing that? So anyways.
That's crazy.
That was my crazy story. I forgot it happened, honestly, until right now. It's kind of something that happened, and I like moved on.
Right.
Like, you know what happens? You're like, dang, that was whack. But then you forget about it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it didn't happen to me. Like, if it happened to me, I would have probably been like freaking out way more.
Oh, yeah.
And I told another person in the car about that story last night, and she didn't see it. Like, she saw it. Like, she didn't see so when I was telling her about it, she's like, no way that happened. And I was like, how didn't you see?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
So, moral of the story, don't yell out at people on the street when you're in a stopped vehicle.
Yeah. Like,
traffic.
maybe just don't stick your head outside of the Uber, period.
Yeah.
Maybe have the party, like, inside the car.
Yeah. Just don't yell at people outside of a car. I just feel like that never goes right, ever. Mm-hmm.
Didn't you, when after Lindsay and Chu's wedding, you like drove them?
And
they like stuck their heads out the window.
Yeah.
And, like,
okay, well, when you're just getting married, you could stick your heads out of the window and like
Who's
yell.
gonna get married at a bride? No one. Or who's gonna get mad at a bride?
Yeah, they were like, I think they both went out the window, like the roof, and they were like, you like just married. And it was like downtown Grand Rapids on like a Saturday night. So it was like so busy.
That's fun.
And everyone was like cheering and screaming for them.
How about when I drove Lexi and David to the beach, and on the way home from the beach, they made me drive 20 miles per hour on the road, and literally on the shoulder, so that Lexi could sit outside the car while we're driving, and David could stick his head out the window and take photos of her.
When was this? Recently?
Yeah. Literally,
Lexi.
I'm just chauffeuring them. I have a video of it.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and the pics were trash.
Yeah, they actually were. Like, we didn't even use any of them. I think David's posted
always
one.
the photographer.
Yeah, I took some of him though.
Yeah. And it was funny. Anyway, okay.
Wow. What a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm back in the States.
Yeah.
Wow. International travel.
Yeah.
Who is she?
On the run. Which I got a lot of hate for that caption. So
yeah, what were you running from?
Everything. The American police.
That guy in the road.
Yeah. Bro, yes. He was scary.
Yeah.
But
and I'm back from the Hamptons, although mentally I'm still there.
Mentally? Maybe your goal can be to like buy a house there.
Maybe. I think I'm done with goals.
Honestly, me too. I've peaked. No, I haven't
What
peaked.
a thing to say.
But like, I just like goals are sometimes whack. Like, just be a free bird.
It's so true. And it's like I keep hitting goals and I'm like, yay. And then I've got another goal and I'm like, bro, like I just hit a goal. Like, so I'm done. I like it. Like you said, I've peaked, I think.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like my goals are like actually submitting scholarship essays.
Yeah.
And I did it. Anyways,
it's great goals.
That's honestly the highlight of my weekend. I locked in the car.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you didn't get car sick.
I know, and I get so car sick. So I had like the window down and I was like really trying to focus.
Lexi's sticking her head out the window writing the essay.
Yeah, I literally get so car sick. So that's why I didn't think I'd actually do it, but I did. So anyways.
Okay, well, Danielle, you're supposed to outro, so
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck you're doing just staring at me.
I literally zoned out for like a hot second. I'm so sorry.
Danielle's just really into this combo.
I guess I'll outro too since I introed. But
okay, do it.
Thank
Go
you
ahead,
guys.
Lex.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening to our new episode. Go subscribe and follow on every social media. Bye.
Oh, bye. Oh. Well, okay, yeah. Well, I was going to say Lexi's been getting us followers on the Go Off Sis account.
Oh, yeah. I was just, okay, I'll tell this really fast. Just like when people like be asking you for like your Instagram and stuff, I always give them Go Off Sis. Like, you're not getting my Instagram. Like, it's I always just be like, yeah, you can follow Go Off Sis Pod. And I type it in and we get that follow.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're a new listener because you met Lexi, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
to our Canadian listeners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.